We're live.
Yay! Nice
Hello,
to meet
everyone.
you. Hi, everyone.
Merry Christmas, guys, and happy Boxing Day. So, I have with me a very special guest today who has agreed to give us a little bit of our time on this special Christmas Boxing Day, the 26th of December 2024, all the way from Canada. So I hope you guys are buckled up. I hope you guys are ready. I hope you guys are excited for this short episode, these short success stories of digital marketing business owners. So I will not waste much time. I will ask my lovely guest to do her introduction, and that way we will get to know her. So, Vivian, over to you. Let us meet you. Kindly introduce yourself.
Oh, thank you so much, Uju, for inviting me today. My name is Vivian. I'm a mom of four. I'm a wife, and I and my family will live in Canada. We came as permanent residents 2 years ago. I work in the public service, and I think that's about it.
Okay. Nice to meet you, Vivian. And I would
Nice
also
to
like
meet
to
you.
add that Vivian and myself go way back decades. We were
Yeah,
high school friends.
yeah,
And, thank God for the global digital technology that, connected us again after so many years, even though I live in the UK and she lives thousands of miles away in Canada. But thanks to the technology of today, we can still talk
yeah,
and we can still, you know, um, reconnect and reminisce about the old things, our
yeah,
old experiences years
yeah.
ago when we didn't have any children, when we were still
Young
blessed young
ladies.
kiddos. Yeah.
Yeah,
So thank you, Vivian, about this lovely introduction. Can
yeah.
I ask why, if you can share with the viewers, why you started this digital business?
Okay, thank you, Ju, for this question. Actually, like I said earlier, I and my family, we came here like 2 years ago. I had worked in the banking industry for like 16, 17 years in Nigeria before I came here. And when we arrived, my husband decided to go back to Nigeria. So that left me and the children here. And his reason for going back was because he didn't want both of us to put all our eggs in one basket or to throw away what a bed at hand, because he had a good job, if I would say that, in Nigeria. So he didn't want us to, take chances. He wanted a situation where he could support us if there be need. So I was left with the kids, and luckily I got jobs. Getting a job was not really a problem for me when I came here. So I got jobs, though they weren't paying so much. So I had to have more than one to be able to support the family. Why I needed more than one, I didn't want to actually depend on my husband, because that would cement his reason for going back. So I wanted to be able to prove to him that there is success here so that he can return. So in the process of working more than one job, immediately after we arrived, I saw that my children were struggling to integrate. Some, especially one of my son, every child is different. One of them needed more support to be able to transition to the new system of school and be able to, he needed my support. Unfortunately, I could not give him that support the way he needed it. And even the rest, I was always at work, you know. So that made me to start thinking. I was like, these children, they need me and I'm not there. So one day my son, one of the last one was the one that asked, Mama, are you going to work again? I was leaving, this time was night shift. He was like, Mama, do you even rest? Don't you ever want to spend time with us? Ah, as I was driving to work, I was literally crying. I had pain. And we coupled with the fact that my other son was also struggling with the transition,
Mm.
I told myself I have to look for something else to do to make my life more flexible, to be more available for my family. So I started looking for something flexible. I even went on to do certifications in IT just because I wanted to work from home. Because I learned that most of the IT roles you can work from the comfort of your home. I did my Scrum Master certification. I wrote for cyber security. So in the process, I wasn't active on Facebook or any of these platforms because naturally I'm not like a social media. So I saw this business and it promised me flexibility, promised me that I can do it from any part of the world, from anywhere. So that's really resonated with what I wanted. And that was why I took the leap of faith to start my business.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you for sharing that. I also have a background in banking, even though I studied pharmacy. I know your own background is engineering, from what I
Yes,
can remember. Yeah,
yes,
but then in Nigeria, the banking industry, it's not limited to
yeah,
people that studied banking alone.
yeah,
So, being one of the thriving industries,
yeah,
I found my way there as well. But
yeah.
after I relocated, I went back to
Mm,
practice my profession. So
yeah,
we are similar in that way, and I fully understand what you're saying about,
yeah,
children needing your support. It's not, the system here is not really like Africa, that you have a lot of
exactly.
community support and extended family support. Here, you're on your own. You just have to
Mhm.
make that time
Yeah,
yourself, because nobody else will do it for you. So many of the things that you passed through, I passed through when I relocated 2009. And,
wow.
it really doesn't get easier until the children are independent, because unless you're going to transport your whole community from Nigeria here, you're still on your own. You're still on
You're
your own
on
for the
your own.
for the period they are minors. Yeah.
Yeah, even
So
teenagers, Uju,
yeah,
even the teenagers need support.
they
Because
do
people
very
will see
well.
me and say, You're so lucky you don't have toddlers. They don't know that these teenagers even need so much support as
That
well.
is a very trying phase. And if you
Yeah,
don't get it right, that child might have, lasting scars for life. So
exactly.
that teenage period is very delicate. That is when they start growing wings. That's when they start
You need to
replying back. That's when they start asking questions. They don't want to just
oh,
take
you
advice straight.
captured it.
They want to know why and how
Exactly.
and what it is and who is doing and all everything. It has to be crystal clear for them
Exactly.
to carry out that advice. So,
Yeah.
I wish, all parents really would be blessed with flexibility
Is
to
oh
to be that to be there for their children, because families are the building blocks of society. So
yeah.
if we don't get it right, then it just doesn't affect your nuclear space, it affects everybody else. So flexibility is something that we all need to benefit from, especially those of us that migrated. We don't have our own parents here that we can say, please hold the child, or go and see grandma, go and see. You're just on your own, with the
Exactly.
support of maybe good friends that, work permits
Yeah.
you to have, because if you're working too hard, then making friends will be
Will
another
be even
tall order.
difficult. It's even difficult.
Yeah. Oh, so sorry. It's your painting that fell here
It
from
fell on me,
behind.
oh, but it's
Yeah.
okay. I'm good.
So, can you help to share the benefits that this business has helped you with since you started?
Like I said earlier, I'm not a social media person. I
Yeah,
was not, let me say, was not a social media person.
yeah.
And naturally, I'm introverted, highly introverted. Even though I worked in the bank, I was branch manager for many years. I really used to work very hard so that I wouldn't have to go for NPR and they will ask me too many questions because I knew my weakness. I used to work hard so that when I go for NPR, it will be, yeah, this branch is doing well.
Doing
Let's
well.
go to the
They'll
next
pass you.
one. They will ask me. That was part of the reason I worked so hard.
Yeah,
So when I saw this business and I knew that ah, this business is going to mean facing the camera, that was
mm,
really my skepticism because I saw this business through Uju and
mm,
I've known Uju, I know she's real. So
mm,
I knew that the business was real, ab
mm.
initio. I had no problem with that. But my major problem was facing the camera. So when I joined, this business has all the tools, all the trainings that you need, no matter the type of personality you have,
Yes,
to help you to start, to
yeah,
help you to navigate through whatever personality and be able to run this business.
yeah,
So I think that is one of the biggest things this business has done for me, honestly, to
yeah,
be able to face people and speak to them
yeah.
in as much as I've had years of experience in professional settings, I still
Mm.
struggle. So it is this business that broke that, and will I say the
Yeah,
so this business has helped me to start, to gain confidence.
yeah,
It has also helped me to meet many people of like minds,
yeah,
professionals from different fields who also have started this business because they needed flexibility. I've been
mm,
able to connect to so many of them. It's not even easy to make friends, like Uju said,
mm,
in this abroad. So I've been
mm,
able to connect with these like-minded people, people who have worked hard in their countries and are here.
yeah,
I've been able to build that relationship through this business because in the business community, there's so much support.
yeah.
I know you might not know. I reach out to so many, many other people. When I see what they're doing and I see that they're doing well in that
Yeah,
area, I just ask questions, especially when I see that even close to this area where I live. I say, oh,
yeah,
when I see people doing meetup, I've not been able to attend, but at least I interact with so many
yeah,
of so many people. So that has been good. It has provided the flexibility too. Like I said before, I wasn't around. I was always out there. It has provided that flexibility for me. I have been able to stay more with my children, support them more emotionally, transitioning from one stage of life to the other. So this business has made it possible for me, which I really appreciate. I also have developed skills that I can actually say I'm a digital marketer, kind
yeah,
of, because I have the skills. The trainings are so easy to follow. I've
mm,
been able to follow those trainings. I've developed new skills technically, if I must say that. However, the business does not require experience of of
mm,
any type. All you need to do is just come with positive mind. So it has provided me the trainings that I need to develop those skills that I can use in other things, not even
yeah,
only on this business. So those are things that I value so much, which this
yeah,
business has provided for me.
yeah. Thank you so much. So, good communication, because they say the quality of our life, that's how well off we
Yeah,
become, will depend on the quality of the network we keep around us.
exactly.
And what helps improve your network is communication. So good
Yeah,
communication skills are essential for anybody that wants to do well as a human being in this world. But I do hear people a lot of times that they'll say, I'm not a social media person. I'm not. Yeah, you might not be a social media person, but it doesn't pay you in the long run just
Exactly.
to remain in that position. There are different things that can help you, because it can only help you to boost your communication, to have better networks, and to be more well off as a human being. And, this platform is a place that you can easily get those
Yeah.
without, prior experience or without much complication. I too have had my communications skills polished. There's nothing
Yeah.
like finding the right words to say at the right time to
Yeah.
pass your message across, properly. So, yes, thank you for sharing that. You brought up, a lot of benefits that that also apply to me, and even though I wasn't a social media person, like coming out the way I'm coming out, for me, Facebook, before this business, was just a place that I posted pictures, and just commented on friends' accounts. That was it. But I was interested, I was curious to know how people were making money.
Yeah.
And doing presentations like this, editing videos. Those were the skills that I was
Yeah.
interested in learning, just as a means of acquiring a new skill and also entertaining myself, because
Yeah.
the digital space is the new village, isn't it?
It
Is
is.
the new street where everybody connects.
Yes.
So this business has helped to provide that. And yes, thank you really for sharing that. It brought back so many memories about my before and after.
Yeah.
So, what advice would you have for the viewers? What short um, advice would you leave them with as we come to the close of this our interview session?
Yeah, I know we don't have much time, so I would just say, viewers, especially Africans in the diaspora
Hmm.
or professionals, moms and dads, this is a great opportunity that you can hardly find anywhere. I and Uju were schoolmates, so, and that means that this business is real.
Yeah,
There's no gainsaying that. So I invite you all to come and join this business. Check it out and see if it's a fit for you.
yeah,
It gives you the flexibility to do other things. I have
yeah,
a lot to say, but then because of time,
yeah,
let's leave it at this.
yes. Thank you so much.
Thank
Because
you.
the session starts getting too long, I don't know, people might just be scared to watch it.
Yeah,
But if it's short,
yeah,
they can easily
that's
grab the
right.
points and work with it. But of course, we're available if you want a personal chat. We
Yeah,
can get on the phone and have a longer chat with you. So, Vivian, thank you so much
thank
for bringing out
you.
time this special season, this Christmas season, that people are
Yeah,
with their families, and you brought out a little bit of your time to do this interview today. And thank you, the viewers, for tuning in, and enjoy the rest of the holiday. Wishing you also a happy new year with your families. And we'll still be bringing these business success stories to you weekly as much as we can. So take care, everyone. Bye
thank you. Bye
bye.
bye.